I'm in Yanagawa, and a couple weeks back, Lilia was at that Music Boutique Ogawa store there, taking a piano certification level test, or was it electron, something like that, and I went for a walk. Happened to find this place. It's kind of like a, what they call Michi no Eki road station, where they have the best display of I think it's called Sagemon. These are a Girls' Day decoration that is very popular here in Yanagawa. We have a Girls' Day decoration doll set, the Hina Ningyo, which I've shown before in a video. These hanging decorations, just like the Girls' Day dolls, they're usually made for the older daughter. We don't have one of those for Lilia, and we have nothing for Nina. So I figure, hey, get away from my camera, fly. I figure I want to make one of those for Nina. She doesn't know I'm here. It's going to take more than one day, one try, but I plan to make a whole set for her, not nearly as big as the beautiful ones down at the road station. Can't remember the name of the store. But across the street from this music boutique, there is this store. And when I popped in here, I asked, would you teach me how to make these? Because I'll be buying the stuff to make it here. And she said, yeah, absolutely. So I'm here today to start learning how to make these. For my first day, I'm probably not going to take much video because I'm going to be learning how to make it. But once I know how to make it, I can then take the stuff I buy home and make it at home and do a making of video then. So I might get a little bit of video inside, but maybe not. We'll see. For now, I'm going to go learn how to make these beautiful decorations. Okay, it's not actually happening today. I was in there talking with the lady who is not the same lady who was there before. I guess I'll learn from whoever happens to be there when I next show up, because it's just not really enough time today. So we're looking at maybe next Friday. For now, I guess it's time to go home. There's no making or learning of anything happening today. Except, well, I did learn a whole bunch. I was talking to her about what's needed, what we'll be using, and that can be explained later when I actually have something to show and explain. Okay, second time's a charm, hopefully. I've been told it'll take about 3 hours to make my first Sagemon decoration ball. Here's hoping things go well. Have not been taking any video because I'm just trying to learn what I'm doing here. Well, I took a little bit of video of me wrapping string. That's really the start. I'm just taking a break to go down to 7-Eleven to grab a bit of food. Very hungry. It feels like it's going slow. Hopefully I can finish it all in one shot today because I gotta get home and I want to finish this first one. I can't stay here all day long. I do have to get home at some point before the kids get home. And once again, I'm walking by the place that's pretty much a road, like they call them road stations, Michi no Eki. This is the place with a great display. Just down the road. Push, push. We got a very friendly kitty with a very funky tail. Hey, push, push. Oh. There you go. The store watch cat. Mostly what I did this first day was get my initial supplies I needed, like the cotton, the string, prepared the first ball by wrapping it in the cotton and wrapping the string around it, wrapping another kind of string around it, choosing the colors I would use, although that light purple got discarded in favor of yellow, getting the gold guidelines, anchor lines, whatever you want to call them, on, and starting to learn how to make the pattern. I really shouldn't be surprised, but 3 hours, there is no way I could finish in that amount of time. I am barely started. I've got the basics down. I've got it partway done. Let's see if I can find it here. That's all I've gotten done so far. Making the ball, putting the gold guidelines on, putting the first color on, starting the second color, just stabbing myself with a pin. Ow. And it's gonna take me a long time. I've learned enough that I can get a chunk of the way, and now I can't get out. A car just blocked me. A truck just came and blocked me in, just as I was about to leave. Well, hopefully he won't be long. I'm going to continue putting on the second color, do the other side, the first two colors. Probably before I start the third color, I'm going to have to come back and learn more. Oh, that is bad. I did not get that very straight. Oh well, this is my very first try, and some of that will disappear. I'm enjoying this, but I've been here for like 3.5 hours, although there was a half hour out of that in the middle for lunch. The guy's saying, sorry, sorry. It's okay. I'm not in that much of a hurry. There we go. Now I'm free. Oh man, if I do a making of, like a how-to video of this, it will not be a short video. It's 5 days later and I'm back in Yanagawa, back to the crafts store because I made progress. I didn't take any video while making, but I have gotten to this point. I have just realized though that this video cannot go up until I have finished the entire set and given it to Nina, which could take months, because Nina doesn't watch my videos sometimes. So, I gotta crack on working on this. So, I'm gonna go in and somehow, apparently, we're gonna put the base color, which is going to replace this white, under the pattern we've already done. I don't know how this is going to work. It'll be interesting though, and eventually will become a how-to video. But for now, time to go get working on this. That was quick, because I completely forgot Wednesday the woman who's teaching me does not come in. So instead of working on this, I bought the smaller size ball, because there'll be this in the middle and 5 strings of 5 of these around, so 25 of these and 1 of these. I'm going to practice from the beginning by myself, wrapping it in cotton, wrapping it in string, wrapping it in more string. Who knows, maybe even starting. I might just, try to make a pattern like this in small. There are so many other patterns to do. I'm gonna have to come and learn more, but go with what I know, practice what I know for now, right? That was quick. I do have a few other things to do in town, so I guess I'll go do them and keep working on this another day. Hopefully tomorrow or the next day, but I might be busy. We'll see. I've come out to the craft store again to continue making my first Sagemon. I've made some good progress. Fishing for it, here we go. But actually, before I could come today, I planned to be here like at opening time, but before I could come, I had a bit of a detour. Came out to the Shinkan station for an early morning fire. Thankfully, there's no fire. Got a whole bunch of stuff. It was just yaki imo, a yaki imo stand, the grilled sweet potato or broiled sweet potato somehow set off the fire alarms. So we're all good. It's always best if your fire is a false alarm. Every fire should be just false alarms from sweet potatoes. So thankfully the Shinkansen station is not burning. And we go home. So that didn't take too long, but it's like 10:30 instead of 10. But this is how far I've gotten. It is looking pretty good. What is that? Oh, there we go. That was just random thread. It's not perfect. I mean, some of these points are not evenly spaced. It's not as great as I would like, but like I said, first try. Time to go stick on a belt around the middle and some gold thread to accent. I went with a dark purple for the belt, which I think looks really good. And then instead of just accenting in gold, I decided to alternate between gold and silver, which the ladies at the Sagemon store had never seen done before and were really impressed with. And I think it turned out really well, actually. After this point, I gave up taking any video. It was a conscious choice. I just wanted to concentrate on making the temari, making the balls for the Sagemon set, because I had a long road ahead of me. I did take some still pictures as I went, taking pictures of what I made in order, partly just to have a picture of what I made, partly also to remember what order I made them in, because the farther I got along, the less sure I was of the actual order I made them in without looking at the pictures. So I started taking pictures as a record. I had planned to just do 26 balls, 1 big one in the middle, and 5 chains of 5, but I saw another set in a store where it had 2 in the middle, a slightly smaller one under the big main one, and I really liked that idea, so I decided to go for that. So I had to make 1 more. I bought the extra ball. That one gave me a lot of trouble. It was really I completely took it apart 3 times. No, 2 times. I had to make it 3 times. I was almost finished and I realized I had messed up the pattern early on. And I thought, maybe it's okay. And the farther I went, the less okay I was with it. And I was like, no! And I tore it almost back to 0 and then started again, made another mistake, took it apart again, and got it right the 3rd time. I think it looks pretty good. So from the end of December until into March, 0 video, just a bunch of pictures. I actually had meant to take video of the very last one, me putting the very last stitch in my very last temari ball for the set. And after all the frustration of having to tear it apart twice and remake it, I just it slipped my mind. It's like, oh, I'm finished, yay! Well, I didn't actually cheer like that. It's bittersweet. I finally finished the set, but I'm finished. I want to make more. I am back in Yanagawa, the craft store, for hopefully the last time, not hopefully the last time for this particular project. I have finished all of my temari, they're all in here, all the decorated balls that are going to make up the Sagemon for my daughter. Hopefully today, hopefully it won't take too long, we can get them all hung and totally finished up and in the case, and I can give it to her a little bit late for this year, but I'm not going to wait until next year to give it to her because that would just be ridiculous.
The hard part now is going to be deciding which of the small balls goes on which string. There are 25 small balls that go on 5 strings, each spaced out 5 centimeters apart. I got to decide which ones go together and which go at the top, which go at the bottom, and that's probably going to be the longest part of this process, is figuring all that out. Color balance and hiding the bad ones in the back. I have been working on this project for over 4 months, which is the reason I haven't been able to get started other creative projects. Hopefully it all finishes today, or at least soon.
Stringing a temari together really is just like sewing. You're sticking a string through a thing. The foam balls used for the cores of the smaller temari actually already have a hole going all the way through them, but it is impossible to keep track of when you're making them. If it wasn't, it would be so much easier to string these together. Since it is really hard to keep track of it, you gotta make your own hole, which I used an awl for. Maybe it was an ice pick, I don't know. Shoved it through one side, shoved it through the other side, hope they lined up, and then go fishing with a needle, trying to get it to stick out the right place you want it to. Takes some time, takes some effort, and eventually I found out that using my Swiss Army knife that has kind of a wrench built in to hold the needle made it so much easier to string them all together. Takes more time than I thought it would, though. Once the needle had gotten all the way through, a piece of very stiff cardboard that had been cut to the correct length was used to space out the balls, and then the balls were stitched at the top to hold them in place. I thought there would be some kind of knot used at the bottom that they would rest on, but each of the temari, except for the very first one, is actually hanging from a stitch. The first one is resting on that little tassel thing at the bottom.
As always with this project, it took more time than I thought. I've only managed to get 2 strings hung. Hopefully I can come tomorrow and finish off. Insert next day card here. I was really feeling sleepy after lunch, wanted to take a nap, but I want to finish this project more. So I've come out. It's the next day, it's Friday. I am gonna get this done. I don't have to rush home. I have time. I think I can get this completely finished today, take it home, and surprise Nina. I am really looking forward to giving it to my daughter.
We actually started off with a hot chocolate break. Why do you need a break when we haven't even started yet?
Oh, hot.
After the hot chocolate was done, I was back to doing what I'd been doing the first day, stringing together the small temari into strings of 5. That really didn't hold any surprises, it just takes time. I really would have liked to have done every single thing of this myself, because that's just the way I am. When I'm making something, I want to be the one making it. But before I even got a chance to try, the woman who is teaching me had already tied up the circle that the temari strings are hung from. And while it's in my nature to want to do it all myself, it is a good idea to accept help from someone who is really good at it and knows exactly what she's doing, especially since I don't. Pretty much the whole time I was there, they had a radio going, and so I knew I wouldn't be able to use the audio recorded in the shop, so I didn't bother saying anything to camera. I just spent my time stringing up all the balls and making sure I had a good angle for the camera to make sure I got as good a video as I could. There wasn't anything new until it came time to string up the main balls that went in the center. They did not get holes drilled all the way through them. Now the ice pick awl thing was still used, but only to stick a hole in about a couple centimeters. Then this wire that is wrapped in some kind of cloth-like or paper-like coating was cut, bent into a U shape, the connecting rope was looped through it, and then white glue was put on and shoved down into the hole. White glue is used to hold it because, for one thing, it's good enough, but also the much stronger glue that's used to secure the strings of temari to the circle at the top would dissolve the styrofoam core, so you can't use the really strong glue. It has to be just a regular white glue. Even after everything was connected, strung up, and tied to the ring, we weren't finished. The tassels were too long on the 5 strings, and so they had to be cut short, and we found that it wouldn't actually fit properly into the case, so every single ball had to be adjusted and shortened to make it fit into the case, which took a fair bit of doing. And mostly the woman teaching me did that because she knew exactly what she was doing, and it was way quicker to let her do it. After 4 months spent learning how to make these and making all of these and keeping it secret from my daughter, it felt so good to finally lower the whole collection down into its permanent home.
Okay. I love it. Oh, I love the mirror. I'm out of battery power. I'm gonna have to take more video later at home. My actual camera is out of power. I had to switch to the phone. I got a very important passenger here. I'm done. Although it is 30 minutes past closing time for the store. They close at 5. It's now 5:30. She stayed with me just to get it done. It's been over 4 months. This is one of the longest projects I've ever done. I almost feel like I'm gonna cry. And you just know I'm gonna be driving almost all the way home like this. It's got a seatbelt on it, but I don't trust it. I gotta be careful. Okay, Nina.
What?
You know, Lilia has the Hina doll set, right? You know that. And Duncan and Kai,
No.
you've seen it. We put it out.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, she's forgotten. Well, okay, Lilia has a Hina doll set for Girls' Day, right?
Hina?
Yes.
Hina Ningyo.
Hina Ningyo. Okay. Now Duncan and Kai have the Koina Body, right? What do you have? Nothing. Right. Wait here 1 second.
Okay.
Nina?
Yeah.
Don't sit up yet. I don't want you to look in the top because you can see through the top. I have been working on this. I didn't make the case. Oh, that's not forward. I have been working on this for over 4 months.
Really?
And I have actually, you are the only one here I managed to keep this a secret from.
You tell to Lilia and Kai and Duncan?
I told Mommy first, Lilia saw it, Duncan walked in on me doing it, Kai walked in on me doing it one time, and I...
What, I did?
You did. I guess he's forgotten.
Six.
Kai's forgotten. This is also something for Girls' Day. So we kind of a little late this year. Didn't quite make it in time, but
Wait, this Girls' Day?
It's a Girls' Day thing.
this is a Girls' Day thing. This is a very local kind of thing.
Can I open it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Be careful. I'm closing my eyes.
You're closing your eyes? Okay, you're doing pretty good opening for closing your eyes. Okay, it's open.
Whoa! That's the round and see? Wait, see? Wow!
I kind of wish I had the video camera pointing at your face. We got the reaction of the back of your head. I made every single one of these balls myself. There's 27 of them. A regular set has, or like a set in this size would be like 26, but I put 2 in the middle.
Whoa! You did that?
I made all of these when you were at school or asleep.
Wow!
The only thing I didn't make is, obviously, I didn't make the case. I didn't make the tassels on the bottom, of course.
I want to open them all.
Didn't make the, well, the thing is, it just lifts right off, and this thing comes out. There's no reason to open it.
So you made all of this?
I made every one of them. Yes.
This too well. Do
I
you know how to make it?
I learned how to make it in order to make this for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, come on.
I want to ask how much is it?
How much? Honestly, to buy a set this size would cost at least 40,000 yen.
But you have
Making it was less, but it was also a lot of time. I have no idea how many hours this took me. I really have no idea.
But fun? Wow.
I very much enjoyed it myself. I love making things, so I really enjoyed this.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Lilia's Hina dolls are very difficult to bring out and display every year, but this will be
is
quite easy to set out and display.
Where is our Hina dolls?
Some are in the wash, some are under the walk-in. The
So both.
So you tie this too?
Nina,
no, I did not make the tassels.
which
Okay.
is your favorite ball?
You're causing an earthquake here.
Yeah.
You see this? You
I like
see
the
this?
middle one. Do you like the middle one? Which middle one?
biggest one.
The
Oh.
biggest one?
Yeah, I like the biggest
Well, that's the first one I made. That was first,
Clever.
and then the 25 small ones were next, and then the second biggest was last.
How was this?
Those tassels, I bought those. Okay, I didn't make those.
Right.
They went on yesterday, and the middle one went on today. Yeah, I put 2 of them on yesterday. I put the last 3 on in the middle today.
That time I was at school.
You were at school, yes.
Oh.
This is a very Yanagawa thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Yanagawa culture, and we're like 300 meters from Yanagawa, so why not?
I like this the most.
You like that one? That's the second one I made. The small ones, the last small one I made was this rainbow one.
Ooh.
I quite like that one too.
Oh, you
I
did
love
it.
everything.
Naname.
That's good. That's good.
You did the
Okay.
rainbow naname.
I did because I wanted to put it standing up straight, but I couldn't get it through, and putting it sideways I didn't like, so I did it diagonal on purpose. I thought it was interesting because they don't usually do that. I'm glad you're happy.
Near.